All right, welcome to Seasonal Affairs. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kurt.
Yeah, and today we will be talking about the first 3 episodes of my stepmom's daughter is my ex. Their parents have gotten married, and so it's Yuzuto's father, and then Yume's mom.
Yeah.
Their relationship is completely secret. Like, not even the parents know that they used to date.
They're both born on the same day, but they're basically arguing over who's the older sibling and who's the younger sibling. Yeah. And because they both still have feelings for each other, they both don't want to be the younger sibling.
Exactly.
And
they both have like a superiority complex. It's very Kaguya-sama-esque in that regard.
I guess I can sort of see it.
Okay, so this show, I gotta be honest, I actually forgot I watched when you when you texted me about recording. So what were your opinions about the show?
I read the synopsis. I'm like, oh, that could be kind of funny. And then I'm like, oh, they're in love with each other still. Ugh. And I turned off the first episode after 10 minutes. I watched 3 episodes, and I couldn't tell you much about it.
It's got humorous, entertaining scenarios, but there's nothing that makes me
I didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's failing as a comedy.
There are concepts and characters in the show that I like. I like the female friend, Akatsuki. Uh-huh. She's genuinely I think a fun character. The fact that she's so obsessive that the other male friend who's like her child, known her since like they were kids, is like, the last boyfriend she had, she drove him nuts.
Yeah, so, and I mean, clearly it's him. I thought the show was so awful that it was gonna pull the same concept where they were also step siblings because they both have brown hair, right? And in anime, hair color is important, right?
Yeah.
How Kishimoto was like, Naruto is definitely not related to the 4th Hokage at all. It's like the only 2 characters with blonde spiky hair. Like, because when they're having that conversation in that episode, there's a teapot boiling. Then you hear a whistle, right, to indicate that it's ready to pour. Yeah. I thought for sure that the female friend was gonna come and take it off the fire. I thought for sure. I was like, this show is so garbage that it was definitely gonna happen. It didn't happen.
No, that would have been better. I would have loved that.
I was just like, this show is so bad. Do you think there's anything redeeming about this show?
I do. It's one of the more forgettable ones, especially when you were comparing it to like Rent-A-Girlfriend. There was at least enough in Rent-A-Girlfriend for me to remember, to latch on to the characters. But with this show, it is, I would say, a C-tier romantic comedy.
It's one of those concepts where you're just like, that is so strange. I want to see how they do it. And they managed to make it boring, which is so weird because it's, again, such a strange concept that you'd be like, how do you make this boring? They managed to do it. That I can't even say I hate it because it'd be like saying, man, I really hate the taste of water. And water has no taste. Yeah. There's nothing in the show.
That's a fucking scathing review.
Because nothing happens. None of the characters are interesting. It's not funny.
Akatsuki is interesting. I think she's interesting enough. But she's not in it enough.
The character designs aren't interesting. Like, there's nothing interesting about them. They're not unique. Not in any way.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. Their designs are pretty generic.
It's generic.
Yeah. What about the music? Is there any like the OP or the ED?
I can't recall either, honestly. Can you? Where's the romance?
There's romance. There's romance.
Barely.
Yes.
You know what has more romance? Steins Gate. Is Steins Gate a romance?
Yes.
Steins Gate was more romance.
I would say Steins Gate's a romance. I think I am going to keep watching it. I'm going to keep watching it. I think there's enough for it to be entertaining. I think it's entertaining enough. I don't think it's definitely I think out of all the shows we're going to keep watching, I still think this is going to be one of the weaker ones, but I don't regret watching it so far.
Would you recommend this?
I would not, unfortunately, recommend this to the
general.
general. But if you want to watch a rom-com, it's good enough. If you want to watch a rom-com of the season, Rent-A-Girlfriend is the better one to go to. So I would say pass if you're just general audience.
Pass. And just run far, far away from the show.